Hey friends! In this video we go to Disney's Epcot and get to experience all the fun treats that they have over at the Food and Wine Festival. We also go to Disney's Hollywood Studios and get a real experience with Disney Genie Plus. We've touched on this topic before, but Disney Photo Pass is a wonderful thing to have when you're around these parks, especially Disney's Epcot. There are so many wonderful photo opportunities in this beautiful park, and you don't want to miss out on it. You can access this through the My Disney Experience app, but if you want more information on it, circle back to our previous videos. We get more in detail with it there. Okay, bit of a controversial topic here. I would like to know in the comments down below. When you go to Disney Epcot, are you a straight to the left person or a straight to the right person? Because we went straight to the right and skipped everything and went straight to the France Pavilion because we wanted to hit up Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. There's always going to be those hot rides that you want to access right away, like Test Track, Guardians, Frozen, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, or many more, but we picked Remy's Ratatouille Adventure and it was so worth it. For those who don't know Epcot stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, and it consists of 4 sections. There's the World K Celebration, World Discovery, World Nature, and the one that we're in right now, which is the World Showcase, probably one of our favorite parts of it. In the World Showcase, you can explore at least 11 different countries. You can enjoy various rides and sample international cuisine. This is usually where the festivals take place. Currently, right now, we are enjoying the Food and Wine Festival, but they change season to season. We're showing you a bit of Norway's Pavilion, which has the Frozen Ever After ride and an awesome little bakery called Kringle Bakery. I wanted to go here because I wanted to try a Norwegian sweet roll called schoolbread. It's yeasted dough filled with custard and decorated with icing dipped in grated coconut. I rate this sweet treat about a 3.5 out of 5. If you're looking to beat the Florida heat, definitely go over to the Mexican Pavilion, and inside this Mexican Mayan temple, you'll find some hidden gems here that I'm not too sure if everyone knows about. Here you'll find a lot of Coco memorabilia, a lot of knickknacks and gift shops. You'll also find the San Angel Inn restaurant, including a wonderful ride to cool off and relax in called the Grand Fiesta Tour, starring the 3 Caballeros. This was the first World Showcase attraction to feature Disney characters based on an existing property. It's a gentle boat ride that pays homage to Mexican heritage, and one of the cool things you'll notice about it is it will drift right alongside the San Angel restaurant. As much as we do appreciate this classic ride with all the classic characters, it would be practical to maybe upgrade this to Coco, just to kind of better fit with the theme and to keep up to date with all their new fans. Alright, let's go to my favorite ride of this entire park, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. This ride blew me away. I had the biggest smile on my face throughout this entire ride. You do, however, have to go through My Disney Experience and get into a virtual queue line to gain access to this ride. This is a tricky way of getting on the ride because they only have openings at 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. and if you miss your little window, you're not getting it. So I really hope in the future this is something that they can fix, because it's almost like only a 3-second window, because if you miss it, you miss it. And you don't want to miss it, because I don't know how hard I could emphasize this. This was a mind-blowing ride. Let's circle back to the International Food and Wine Festival we touched on before. We are so happy we went when we did, because this was probably the best festival for food that we've got to try. Starting off with India, we had crispy paneer and mango ketchup. This was an easy 5 out of 5. The paneer was nice and crispy, but also had that squeaky little cheese taste, and the mango ketchup had a nice sweet and spicy flavor. Over in Greece, we got the griddled cheese. It's grilled Greek head cheese with honey and pistachios. Another 5 out of 5. We loved it so much we got it twice. Over in Italy, we got the gnocchi di patati. It's gnocchi with 4 cheese sauce with mushrooms. For its price, I wish there was something a little bit more to add with it, so for that, I'd give the rating about a 3 out of 5. In the Swiss Alps, we got a dish that comes with baby potatoes, ham, Cornish and pickles, and a baguette, and it gets warm raclette Swiss cheese poured all on top of it. We rate this a 4 out of 5, only because Mike doesn't like pickles. In our homeland, Canada, we got the Canadian cheddar and bacon soup with a pretzel bun. This cozy classic we give a 4 out of 5. Over at Earth Eats, I got the Impossible Meatball with herb polenta, rustic puttanesca sauce, and basil pesto. I give it a 3 out of 5. Over at Mac and Eats, we got the traditional mac and cheese with herb panko breadcrumbing, and it was delicious. 5 out of 5. We got all these wonderful cheesy treats because the cheese passport was a thing that was happening at Epcot's Food and Wine Festival at this time of year. You get the passport and you get to explore a variety of cheese-themed dishes across the park. You collect stamps as you try these cheesy, delicious treats, and once your passport is filled up with all your stamps, you get to collect an edible reward. We got a choice of 2 different desserts, a strawberry shortcake soft serve and a passion fruit cheesecake with toasted macadamia nuts. Okay, another controversial topic here. I did not like this ride. I know it's a cult classic, but I didn't get it. It wasn't for me. I personally liked the queue line more than the actual ride. Like, I get it, Figment's cute and everything, but he's also super annoying.
F*** you, Figment.
No. That was so harsh. He's just a lot. He's super...
Annoying.
Yes, it's just annoying. I'm sorry. Honestly, the best thing about it is we got to meet Vanellope right after. We also saw Joy, but she kind of disappeared on us. So after experiencing the journey into imagination with Figment, we had way more fun over at the Seas with Nemo and friends. At the end of this ride, you get to have a nice stand-up comic moment with Crush, so definitely more fun than Figment. I'm sorry. Over at Club Cool, you can get international Coca-Cola beverages. You can't come here and not try the flavor Beverly. We personally didn't think it was as bad as everyone claims it to be, but I don't know. If you've tried it, let us know what you think down below.
And they're free.
And it's free. Test Track's another popular ride. I personally don't think it's worth an hour-long wait in that queue line because there's really not much to look at.
But our car was f***ing sick.
We built it backwards. I could see why it's a popular ride though. It was really fun, even though we got stuck at the end. The UK Pavilion is such a nice little quaint area. We will touch more on this in a future video, but it's very beautiful. Definitely take the time and look around and admire all that they have to offer. At this pavilion, there is Rose and Crown, where we recommend you set a reservation because they also offer firework packages, and if you want to get that reservation in soon. We had fish and chips, which definitely maybe only have 2 instead of the 3 pieces because they're massive. There was regular shepherd's pie, an impossible version of shepherd's pie, and bangers and mash, and we all absolutely loved our food. We give it a 4 out of 5, only because the menu got shortened while we were there. At this point in the day, we were pretty pooped because one thing Epcot doesn't have is a lot of shade, so the sun really got to you and you do a lot of walking here. We made sure that we got some nice fireworks spots for Harmonious, which is now changed to Luminous, the Symphony of Us. A lot of people complained saying the structure was an eyesore during the day, but honestly this was a beautiful firework display. I loved how they made all of the songs in different languages. It made it really emotional and got you right in the feels. Epcot quickly became one of our favorite parks out of the Disney parks. Let us know what your favorite park is down below. Disney World has 2 water parks, Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach. Blizzard Beach was under refurbishment at this time, so Typhoon Lagoon is where we went. And I'm not upset about it, although I would like to try Blizzard Beach in the future. We got to the park bright and early and immediately hit up Crush and Gusher, and these slides are fantastic. I say slides because there are 3 different variations of slides for Crush and Gusher. I have never experienced a water slide quite like these. It feels like you're on a roller coaster but without a track. Typhoon Lagoon is also known for its monster waves at their wave pool. If you're not a strong swimmer, I do suggest to proceed this with caution. Mike and his brother were further down and I'm more shallow because I'm not a very strong swimmer, as you can see by the life jacket. Don't do what I did. This actually backfired on me and made me scrape my butt and legs and everything off the bottom of the wave pool. Yeah, really funny. Not so fun, but the waves are very fun. I got more courageous later on and went further in with Mike, and I had a bit of a better experience. All of that bravery definitely deserved me a Hey Hey cone. A Hey Hey cone is a blue cone filled with a layer of pineapple Dole Whip, raspberry soft serve, sugar piece eyes, and a sour candy cone. and you can find it at Snack Shack. Typhoon Lagoon doesn't have very many options for snacking and lunching vendors, so honestly, just take your pick of whatever one's around because they're kind of all the same. Right by the Swan and Dolphin Hotel is the Fantasia Gardens mini putt. You get to use your Fun Pass ticket for this, but you do still have to set a reservation to play. It's a very cute and whimsical 18-round mini golf course. All of the cute garden and statue figures were more admired during the sunset hour that we played. It was a great way to end our day at the water park since Typhoon Lagoon doesn't stay open all day.
Oh, gee!
Yeah! Nice.
Are you not entertained? Why won't you go home, Ball?
It's your home.
Don't you want to go into your
You're
home?
too good for your
It's
home.
your home.
We loved the little interactive features that each hole came with. It made it very entertaining and more unique than the average mini putt games. More options for fun passes, or should I say the Park Hopper Plus option, includes not only the water parks, but a round of golf at Disney Oak Trail Golf, ESPN Wide World of Sports, Disney's Winter Summerland Miniature Golf, and of course the Fantasia Garden Miniature Golf Course. One thing to note, it's 1 mini golf per visit per day before 4 p.m. The 4th Disney World Park, Hollywood Studios. We decided to start the day strong with Rock and Roller Coaster featuring Aerosmith.
Ooh, I'm gonna touch the bot.
There have been rumors for a while that Aerosmith is no longer going to be the feature on this ride. Right now the rumors are it's going to possibly be Queen, but we shall see in the future. This ride starts with an immediate swift launch, so brace yourself for that. Hollywood Studios has had a couple different landmarks that have come and gone. Currently right now it is the Chinese Theater, which is straight as soon as you enter the park gates. This houses Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It is typically a longer awaited ride, but it's totally worth it. Once you get off the ride, take advantage of the photo pass and get some photos in front of the Chinese Theater. Another cool feature about the Chinese Theater is this also has a lot of celebrity handprints and footprints cemented into the walkway. You can also see some of these while you're in the queue line for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Toy Story Land was one of the coolest additions to Hollywood Studios. You really do feel like you're 6 inches tall running around Andy's backyard. One thing to note, there isn't a lot of shade in Toy Story Land, so make sure you have your hats and sunscreen. Even though Disney Genie Plus is no longer around, and we are hoping for bigger and better FastPass options to come, this is where we did take advantage of Disney Genie Plus while it did exist, and honestly, Slinky Dog Dash made it feel like it was the only thing worth trying. And I really do mean the only thing, because $15 for one enjoyable ride really did feel like a ripoff, but more on that later. Toy Story Mania is an interactive shooter ride, which means it's a game along with it also being a really fun ride. During our time in Hollywood Studios, the queue line for this ride did stay pretty high, but with all of the things to look around at inside, we didn't mind. It's jam-packed with all those 90s nostalgic games, so no matter what age you are, it really does a great job at bringing that inner child out in you. Your arm is going to get tired from repeatedly pulling on that rope gun, but if you're super competitive, like Mike and his brother Matthew are, it won't matter. It definitely gets you laughing a lot too.
Nothing I'm not used to.
Okay, you nasty. Hollywood Studios isn't going to be a park you go to for all of the fancy food, because there isn't a whole lot of those options unless you want to spend a bunch of money. With that being said though, we did have a wonderful experience at Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater Restaurant. It's got that 50s vibe since you are, after all, eating in a retro car, While dining, they play a 47-minute long loop of vintage clips from the 50s, all while you enjoy great diner-styled meals. We rated a 4.5 out of 5. It was simple but delicious, and they had plant-based options as well. At the Backlot Express, this is where you can find the famous Wookiee cookie. It's basically a giant oatmeal cream pie cookie, and it's definitely something we had to share just one of. Some would argue and say it's perfect for just themselves, like his brother did, but for us personally, it was very sweet, so we knew we only needed the one to share. We rated a 3.5 out of 5 since it is still very delicious. While waiting for our very long line to ride Tower of Terror, we got the privilege of seeing Goofy and Max. For some reason, Max had a dumb rubber chicken, and he was trying to scare guests while they got to breeze through that fast lane, but failed miserably since his dumb rubber chicken wasn't working. Tower of Terror is another one of those landmarks that Hollywood Studios holds, and it's just so much fun. It's part dark ride, part thrill ride. The spooky illusions are amazing, and it's just not your average free-falling ride. You're secured in with a belt, and it even gives you the sensation that you're going to fall out the window. You're totally safe, by the way. It's a classic must-ride type of ride. Let's circle back now to Disney Genie Plus. One of our only other options besides Slinky Dog Dash for attractions to ride was to pick Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. It felt pretty pointless though because the wait time was only like 15 minutes anyways. After we rode it, we could see why it was only 15 minutes. This type of ride was only fun if you're the pilot. It's heavy on the motion sickness warning for this one too. If you're not the pilot, you're pretty much just pressing a button that doesn't even really need to be pressed while you're being jolted around. After this pretty poopy experience, in our opinion, we went to a cast member to ask about our options moving forward since we did feel pretty ripped off through the experience of Disney Genie Plus, and they were super accommodating. They refunded our money and even gave us a quote-unquote fast pass access to Tower of Terror, which we gladly accepted since we loved it so much. I personally had a way better experience on the classic Star Tours. There is a motion sickness warning for this, but as someone who does struggle with motion sickness, I felt fine. A thing to note is that you can ride this multiple times and have a different ride experience each time with different storylines, all guided by C-3PO. But the best Star Wars ride is clearly Rise of the Resistance. Even with the queue line saying 45 minutes or longer, it just does not feel that way. The queue has so many things that immerse you in the Star Wars universe. There's extremely fun pre-show involvement that you get to experience, where you get taken hostage by the First Order, and then during the ride, you get saved by the Resistance. This ride does experience a lot of technical issues though, since it's so advanced. So unfortunately, some guests may not get to experience this ride if you're only visiting this park for a short period of time. This ride does have 12 fail points, so if one fails, the whole ride goes down. But if you are lucky to see it up and running, definitely hop in that line, it's totally worth it. This cool little hideaway is something we did near the very end of our day. It's Olga's Cantina. You reserve your spot and you get roughly 45 minutes of a fun Star Wars bar experience. It does get crowded, but that's kind of the atmosphere you expected at a place like this. They serve alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. Mike got a fuzzy tauntaun, which is peach and orange vodka, peach schnapps, orange juice with tangerine, pure cane sugar, and buzz button tingling foam. I got jet juice, which is bourbon, chili liqueur, pomegranate liqueur, white grape juice, and lemon juice. It was okay. Matthew got hyperdrive, which is one of those non-alcoholic drinks. It's Powerade Mountain Berry Blast with white cranberry juice, black cherry puree, and Sprite. We also have cool snacks. We got Olga's Obsession, which is Minute Maid lemonade, cotton candy flavoring, blueberry popping pearls with a bursting fruit mixture. Just like at Animal Kingdom, because we booked a late spot for here, it felt like we were here after hours. It's definitely something we'll be doing again in the future. Because this place is a little bit pricey and it is quite crowded, we do rate this a 4 out of 5. So, still a really good rating. DJ Rex stole our hearts. He was awesome. We even got to build droids of our own at the Droid Depot. This is something you can wait in line to do, but we highly recommend you reserve a spot, as it really fills up fast. You get the option of making its own personality chip, and then you get given a basket where you get to collect your parts for the type of droid you're aiming to build. If you got to experience this, let us know if your droid is part of the First Order, or the Resistance, or a smuggler. We had to pick between making a lightsaber or creating a droid, and we just found it a bit more practical to go with the droids. It's just so we can interact with each other's droids, and it was really cool to see them talk to each other and with other droids all around the park as we walked around. If it is a party of 2 making one droid, they only allow one person to do the building, so that's something that's kind of a bummer, but it's also something to be aware of. So Matthew built his own, and Mike and I built one. So he filmed, and I got to create. And thank you very much for letting me do that, Mike.
I got another 2. Ours is activated.
I'm gonna go grab you a new station. It's alive! It's alive!
We have never seen Matthew this happy before. That smile is priceless.
I still use that picture in my phone for his call ID.
I don't know if I can hear him.
Allie's gonna be scared of him. Since the park was starting to close and we had the droids on us now, we didn't have many options left for the night. But since the wait line for alien swirling saucers was so little, we thought, why not? We shoved our sweaters in the boxes to protect the droids and enjoyed another fun classic ride to end the night. It was totally worth it. Across from the alien swirling saucers and Slinky Dog Dash, we grabbed a late night snack at Woody's Lunchbox. The plant-based vegan tachos were absolutely amazing. It was an easy 5 out of 5 for us. Price was good and the taste was even better. Alright friends, that was a long one. Thanks for tagging along with us. If you did stick around to the end, please leave a flamingo emoji in the comments down below. We have plenty more to come, so stay tuned for more adventures.